ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to say hello and welcome. I did something to you over the years. On this day that I celebrate my birthday, please forgive me. I am just only human. I am not perfect. I may have said something. I may have done something to you. Openly confess to you. If I hurt you in any way, please forgive me. Today is my day. I am not special. For the millions of people, the thousands of people that are not here with us today. You know, there's a reason why God still has us on here today and going forward, folks. We have to be real. We have to put our differences aside. We have only one country, and this country belongs to all of us. I don't see the ruling establishment. I don't see the opposition. I see Liberia. And we will continue to do what we have to do for Mama Liberia. And on this day, the 27th of December, 2020, I am here to let you know that I hold no grudge, no malice against you. Whether you did me wrong in the past, whether I did you wrong in the past, can you please find the place in your heart to forgive me? Again, I'm only human. We can all make mistakes. But just so you know, I have nothing in my heart against you. But don't mess with my country. When you do so, trust me, I will come after you. With that said, folks, the wise man once said, please don't be proud to pray. Don't forget to pray. Because prayers can change a lot of things. The medicine of the microphone, the golden voice of Liberia, the broadcast commissioner. As always, folks, tough times don't last, tough people do. The heart of a man is never known until he rises, because there's no second chance to make that first impression. Don't see okra and swallow bone, because you can't hide your nakedness from beefing bucket. When God bless you, don't see that medicine. When white men know your friend black man. Trust no shadow in the dark. When you see crawfish come from underneath the water and see the crocodile here sweating, don't see the lie. Let them talk. They will talk. Something I got from Henry G. Fundraising, the late, may his soul rest in peace. Let them talk. And they will talk. Henry G. Fundraising. Folks, Jawuri Pani, Jisifaniko. Sebampo rana jako me ojiraji ore no muzo ni won ye madobo to dry ajo ade wa po gbe di aku e gwe play basi yon plo second ria e pelea. The brother who doesn't eat iron, but he's definitely stronger than the lion. ASHFORD, the giant, the now you know me, B52 GARLEY. Welcome. Friends, friends are hard to find, and when you do find them, you have to take good care of them. You know, and in this case, I have a friend and brother, and just like that, we have the same star. He's a Capricorn like myself. His birthday is on January the 1st. I'm December the 27th, and we go way back, almost 30 years. And he happens to be my partner and co-host. In America, when you call somebody a partner, then they think you're laughing. The man let woman be there, myself let woman be there. So in America, when you say the person my partner, then they think that you're doing that 2 by 14 on the water. I beg you, me, I let woman, I let man. At this time, please join me to welcome my co-host, Volcano Shelton. Shelton, hello, bro. Welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you, Ashford. Tonight is your night, and what better place to be to celebrate your 52nd birth anniversary? We're here tonight to make everyone happy, and everyone will come to celebrate with you. We have some great songs. We're gonna go straight to Liberian music tonight. Sometimes we say things and then we slip a little bit, but I intend to keep it that way. Maybe you may come in with something from the old school, like something you liked back in the day. But you've said it all. This is a day when you can give thanks to God, not to man, but to God who has been there for you over the years and have brought you this far. So I'm here to celebrate with you. I will be celebrating, next Friday, or rather this Friday, put it that way, because we're in a new week now. But this is your moment, and I don't want to even say anything about mine because this is totally your show. You're all in your prom and pageantry, as I said, and it's all luxurious from where I said I see you in your gold, your blue, and your baby blue. I couldn't compete with you tonight because it won't be it won't be that nice. But I was trying to pick up on that crying you were saying. ECJ, ECJ. What is it? Something you were saying? But next time we'll write it down so I can say it back.
What up, man?
Mm-hmm.
G.
Uh-huh.
Ediaku.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it play.
And to say yo, I can hear something like that.
When we say G Ediaku, yeah, it play. It's very deep and political.
Okay. Don't mess with my country.
No, the leopard that eats their body.
Okay.
How is that leopard going to be afraid of baboon? G Ediaku, yeah, it play. That's very powerful.
Yeah.
Then the other one is Jre Setukbayege.
Yeah, that's it.
Play don't run aje.
Uh-huh.
You went to war and you are not fortunate to win the war.
Uh-huh.
And you come home and take off the last suit that you have and sell it. You mean you're kidding yourself? Just say Tukbayege.
Yeah. Just Tukbayege.
Yeah. You play, take it up and sell it.
Okay. All right.
You're kidding yourself.
Yeah.
You want to tell me you walk around naked?
And I know you're supposed to bring some in-studio folks this evening, right? Just to spice up the occasion.
Oh, yeah. I spoke to quite a few friends. That's me now. That's my birthday. And I can do what I want to do. I spoke to Emmanuel Savage, this brother with impeccable credentials, has integrity, and I like this brother. So I invited him to come on tonight. And then there's a brother in Minnesota called the Voices of Lawola Zoo, Tanu Jala. He was very instrumental. And we have the men of all counties, Pete Cook. I just went and not in any order, just decided to bring on a few folks that passed. Zawiya also extended the invitation to him. Sam Jackson, Martin Corley.
Is Sam back in the States?
Sam is still in South Africa,
Okay.
But I mean, he's a rich man. He has that other kind of money. So
you mean the Sam Jackson from Atlanta who was just in Liberia?
Yeah. He's in South Africa visiting with his daughter.
Okay.
And also there for work purposes. So Money is not a problem. We'll call him on. He yeah. And my friend and big brother, I call him the political godfather, Emmanuel Yato. That we also invited him to come here. And listen, we'll open the lines to people to just call and wish us happy birthday tonight. So we are here to have fun. Okay.
Yep.
And birthday comes once a year. And when you have the moment or the opportunity to celebrate the grand start. Again, folks, don't be selfish tonight. Please share the video, invite a few friends. Listen, I am authorizing you to grab something to drink. Grab something to drink.
And then also get the popcorn. I like when you say get the popcorn.
Get the popcorn rolling. And,
Oh yeah.
and to grace the occasion tonight, that's when you know that God will forgive you when you don't hold malice in your heart for anybody. You know,
No, you
this is
shouldn't.
a small country. You know, this is a very small country, and you have to listen to people who have lived for over 70. That's how God continue to bless you. At this time, please join us as we introduce to you the man of all counties, Uncle Pete. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, sir. And happy birthday. I wrote under your tag, I say, I hope you live another 60 more years. I just came to find out, I think you're 50, what, 55, right?
52.
52. So at least if you live another 60 more years to that 52, it will be good for you. So another 60 more years, I ask God to give you another 60 more years.
Thank you. Now,
Okay.
Uncle Pete, you know, today is my day. But
Yes.
I just got back from Liberia a week ago.
Yes.
The country, the people are suffering.
Yes.
In this day and age, 173 years, no safe drinking water, no electricity.
Yes.
How do you attract investors to move the country forward? Politicians come and go, we're still suffering. With you looking with your third eye, you that bring that wisdom, will we in any time soon see a different Liberia where people will not say, you know what, even though I'm from Liberia, but you know what, I just don't want to be bothered with Liberia. I'd rather go to the Bahamas. I'd rather go to Jamaica. I'd rather go to Europe for vacation instead of Liberia. I lived when I was there less than a mile from the Atlantic Ocean. Beautiful country, rich country. Why are we suffering? Uncle Pete.
It is pathetic for the suffering of the Liberian people. God bless us with a very fertile land, beautiful scenery, beautiful beaches, beautiful place for agriculture, that even if we are planting, we do not need fertilizer like United States, Europe, and other places. We have a fertile land. If you just plant behind your backyard, it grows without fertilizer. The problem is us Liberians. Are you there?
Yes, sir. We're here.
Our country is backward. We need development in that country, and we are joking. Nowadays, when people go and plant 10 light poles or 15 light poles, I see people jubilating and celebrating. I said, Jesus Christ, we celebrate for planting light poles. We celebrate for paving alleys in our country. I want to call on the government. Firstly, let me just say this. In order to change the dynamics of the suffering of the Liberian people, we need something new. We need new leaders, not the people who served in our country before. We need someone to come to our country with different ideas. Someone who never maybe took part in government before, who will come and bring new ideas to the Liberian people. Ideas for development, not ideas for praises, not ideas we need to expand the development in our country. And the only way we can expand the development in order to alleviate the suffering of our people is to pave the roads to connect, make our counties accessible for tourism. We need tourists in our country. And the only way we can get tourists in our country in order to promote tourism, then do agriculture, is to make the country accessible. We can only make it accessible by paving the roads throughout the counties. I rest, sir.
Shelton, you just listened to Uncle Pete and give him what he just said. How do you respond?
Listen, Uncle Pete, we have three men in the leadership of Liberia, the hem of leadership. We have President George Weah, head in the executive branch. We have Buford Chambers, head in the legislative branch, and we have Dr. Kobo, or rather, Councillor Kobo, head in the judiciary branch. These three men, two of those men are saying yes, sir, to one of the men, when two of those men should be independents. And that way they can strategize to balance accountability, to hold each other accountable, the different branches, but they're all saying yes, sir, to one man.
Yes.
How do you think we're going to make progress with those three caliber of men when right now corruption is palpable in the country? The House is the breeding ground for corruption. The judiciary is the breeding ground for corruption. And the executive branch of government is the breeding ground of corruption.
From the election, Liberians sent a signal to the world, not only to Liberians, to the world, that they want changes in the country. They want development and they want changes. This is why the Liberians voted the way in which they voted. Changes in security. We have insecurity in the country. Clandestine killing of people. Some people above the law, no investigation, and singing praises on leaders. This is why I tell people, if you do not want to be criticized, do not run for political office. Because the only way you can improve yourself or know the discrepancies within your organization or within your government is to be criticized. Positive criticism, not negative criticism. But to just sing self-praises on the government or on the leader or on the president, you are misleading the president. The singing of praises in Liberia is creating havoc to our country for development. They've just praised the leader all day when they know that he's if something happens that needs to be commended, you praise the leader. But if it is not, you don't need self-praises. The problem with us in Liberia is we are chanting all day, singing on the leader. So the leader is comfortable with what he's doing. Let's take, for example, I do not go against the government. I tell everybody I took that advice from my father, who was a member of the House of Representatives. But here comes, look, the president was elected in Liberia from all the counties. The president never visited the counties after the election to even tell the people thanks. Until recently, time for election, the president started visiting the counties. It was necessary for the people around the president that are advising the president. Because all presidents throughout the world, they have advisors. They were supposed to advise the president and conscientize him to visit the counties right after the election to say thanks to the people. That wasn't done. And they are not expanding the development in that country. Everything is being concentrated in Monrovia because they claim that they want Monrovia at all costs. That's why I made a video and told the Liberian people and told the president and the government in power that they ran the campaign of Darrell Dillon and others for what is happening in that country. So until we can get leaders that will not be sycophants, leaders that will not be self-praising, just praise the leader all day, leaders that will come up and tell the president the truth, leaders that will come and advise the president. We who come and criticize, and sometimes they term you as enemy of the state. But I can tell the president and the government, those that are there to you, singing praises upon you, saluting you every day, seeing the wrong and saying it is right, they are the enemies of the state. Those that criticize you, they are not enemies of the state. Until we can learn in that country to accept criticism, until we can learn to stop praising our leaders and conscientize them to do the work of the people for which they are elected for, our country will remain backward. So with these gentlemen that you call, if they are not performing nowadays in Liberia, anyone who is not performing, we need to exit. We mean business in that country. We want tourism to be promoted in that country. We want agriculture. We want to, and the only way we can do tourism and agriculture is to pave our roads and make our roads accessible. We need to take these zocos off the streets and others. Arrest, sir.
Now, Uncle Pete, let me ask you this. But just before I do so, you know, when I started the show, I said today is my birthday. We may have disagreed with people in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But please respect my day, respect the platform. I understand that you disagree with certain people in the past, but please allow me to do what I want to do tonight on this show on my birthday. This is how I decided to run my show and my birthday today. I beg you, please be respectful. Respect our platform, respect our guests, and show some respect for yourselves. Tonight is one night where I will not block anybody, because I've asked you to forgive me if I ever did wrong to you in the past. Why can't you listen to my plea?
Yes.
Please listen to my plea. Now, Uncle Pete.
Yes, sir.
Do you see the balance of power anytime soon in Liberia? I give you an example. Nancy Pelosi was a speaker of the United States of America.
Yeah.
The country was going through things where people were on the verge of losing their Social Security. People were on the verge of being thrown out of their homes. And Donald Trump was concerned about the State of the Union address.
Mm-hmm.
And this lady from the Democrat, he was a Republican, and said, if you don't open the government,
Mm-hmm.
there will be no union of speech.
Mm-hmm.
And she stood her ground.
Yes.
Donald Trump is cocky, he's rude, he's arrogant. The old man is sick, but he had to step down to open the government before he was allowed to speak. People are yelling, oh, we got more opposition senators today in Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
If these people do the work, based on what this boy has done in 3 years.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
No, based on what George Weah has done in 3 years.
Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Where he shot himself in the leg.
Okay.
They can impeach him before 2023. But are they going to do this? Given the past history of taking money for their own selfish gain and not putting country first.
Yeah.
What do you see, Uncle Pete?
Mm.
When we see the balance of power anytime soon in Liberia? That's the question to you.
Listen, I think there is hope. From the election sends a signal to President Weah It is only left with him to adhere to that signal. If he fails within 2-3 months, I will agree with the Liberian people that there is a possibility that these guys could get together to try to impeach the president, for which I do not want it to happen. I would just like to let the president know that this election, when they said we must get Mozzarella at all costs, and it went against their will, there is a need for him to get new advisors around him. Those very senators that are elected, some are being called opposition senators. President Weah is their president. He's president of the Republic of Liberia. And regardless of these guys being opposition senators, if the president could get the right advice and work with them harmoniously, cooperatively, I think those very senators that were elected, they could work with him and it'd be a big turnaround in Liberia. Or the president, or there's a need for him to get new advisors around him. I do not want anything to happen in our country, let's say to say impeachment of the president. There's the president that look, with the new breed of senators we have, those eminent and prominent people that were elected, there is room for improvement in Liberia. Or the president, there is a need for him to make changes around him and decide to work along with these senators. But I see problem ahead. If the president fails, if he will get the same advice, because the country is divided, my people. You have seditions and you have Liberians. I always say the president is president of the Republic of Liberia, not Republic of CDC. Seditions are opposition, neutral. Like not all Liberians are opposition. There are a lot of Liberians who are not members of party. They are just neutral. We all need to just come together. There should be no sedition, no opposition, but we should be Liberians and work. The president should look at Liberia as Liberians, not as opposition, not as CDC or anything, and work along with them. He is their president. He can turn things around if he's getting the right advice. So I personally feel there is light at the tunnel. If our president will get the right advice and decide to work along with these gentlemen that are elected as senators and representatives, not to look at them as opposition or sedition or other, but look at them as Liberian senators. And they look at our president as the president of the Republic of Liberia. We can make a turnaround. There is light at the tunnel.
Okay. Just before we take leave of you, we have several others that will be coming on. And what do you make of the president habit of entertainment? Every other week, he's producing the music. He started off with the coronavirus song, and we heard about the Wookie, the Wookie win, and we also heard about the Mr. Liar Man, and now the Happy Birthday song.
Yes.
I'm told he will release another song next week.
Yeah.
What is he trying to prove?
This is it, ASHFORD. Let me tell you. In psychology, they say personality traits differs. In psychology. Look, this president was an entertainer before. He was a soccer star. Let me repeat. This president was an entertainer before. He was a soccer star. President Weah was completely naive about administrative ethics. Only I can say he became senator, but not that long. But administratively, he was naive about administrative ethics. This is why through all the war, all presidents get advisors around them. I personally feel if the president had the right advisors around him, advising him right, trying to lead him right, to run a country, even though he was an entertainer, I think we are seeing a little different. So I personally, I will not blame the president for entertaining people and singing songs. Because he been an entertainer, a soccer star. That's what he been doing. So all we need to do, get people around the president to let him know he's the president of the Republic of Liberia.
Pete, sorry, I will interrupt you. You keep saying get people around the president. If the president is not willing to bring people around him who will help him steer the country in the right direction, and he put a lot of misfits around him who are doing nothing but hustling and getting rich overnight, then don't say we need to get people around him. He has to create an enabling environment and be inviting to bring those people around him.
You are correct. You are correct. This is why I always say there's a need for him to make changes. That man is president. He's not a soccer star. He's not on the football pitch. But people are around him. I don't know if he's not taking advice, but I think there's a need for him to put people around him to give him the right advice. He's not on
at what point do you think that Buffer Chimba has a spine to say to the president, listen, you're taking our presidency for a joke here. We are in the house here. We're focusing on making laws to help to improve this country. And you're here sinking all the judiciary branch. At what point you think that if ever come to this president to say you're making a mockery of what's happening to the Liberian people, they're suffering, they need help, they need change, and you're here making fun around the place? You think those guys, the two guys I talked about, the Cockburn and the Chambers, are willing to come in and talk to this president on the level of balance of power?
They will not do it. Those guys, you know, the mentality of a lot of Liberians, when they occupy positions, they feel that they should do anything to the president in order to retain their positions. It will not happen. This is why I'm saying we need changes. If they can have changes and we can put new people, new breed of people in those positions, they will be aware that this is what happened, that for the others to be changed. So we need changes in the country. Buffer Chambers and the justice, I think that the justice minister who Treasurer Cockburn and others, they need to be changed. They're not bringing new breed of people that they will learn from the mistakes of these guys and correct the errors. And they will stay there and challenge the president and know that their jobs are so secure. But most of these guys, they do not want to challenge the president. They do not want to tell him the truth, but they want to see presence upon him because they want to retain their position. They figure out that's the only way they can retain their positions, to praise the president and keep the suffering of the Liberian people to remain. So we need to change them.
Ashford?
Well, Papi, we want to say a big thank you to you for taking the time to basically listen to the show. We are going to be here for the next hour and a half. We're here for 2 hours, and today is my birthday. And thank you so much, Papi, and enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you very much. God bless you, my nephew. You are my nephew. You all are my nephews. I love you all. God bless you. And I ask God to add more years to your birthday, to your years, and you will live to reach 102. Thank you very much.
God bless you. 112. You said you added 60. So 112.
I think I will delete.
My man, now 112. We'll take 112. Don't delete anything.
And I shouldn't delete it. Okay,
yeah.
112.
We'll take the first one.
You, man. And we got one Liberia. Let us remain united and preach that we will develop our country. Thank you very much.
Okay, you ready to make it bounce?
Let's make it bounce. And I want you to start with the zombie song.
Hey, my man, you were sort of tell me the thing. Let's just make it bounce, then we'll come to the zombie song after make it bounce.
Okay, make it bounce.
All right, everybody, in queue.
Make it bounce.
Baby, your body feel like a room. You really making me go, man. Nana for say, I saw the clown, nana for say, do anything for the back of you. My land will go on the back of Nana for say, oh, Nana for say, so come close, make it bounce, make it bounce. Like on a beat, punogi, make it bounce, make it bounce. make it bounce. Like I ever punogi, make it bounce, make it bounce, make it bounce. Like I take punogi, make it bounce, make it bounce, make it bounce. Like I say punogi, make it bounce. Did you know we come and talk? She put the fire on my bar where the water. I feel African culture, so now you can Seba, Papa, you wanna open your door for your uncle. That man a yalla man koto, you wanna fuck up. Najada Izu, Kala Izu wanna beggars. Najada Izu, Najada Izu, Kala Besuga Eli Parabeo. Najada Izu.
And just so you know, today is the birth anniversary.
Make it bounce, make it bounce. I'm gonna be punogi, make it bounce, make it bounce.
The show Prince Radio Africa, you know, we have embarked on this for Prince Radio Africa. Listen, we need you to commit to $10 a month. If you can do more, we appreciate it. Now, how do you intend to do it? Whether you want to do this quarterly, biannually, or every year, listen, we ask you to $10 a month to help us the platform. We're not in the pockets of the government. We're not in the pockets of the opposition. We're independent. We're here for Liberia. The same way I can bring George Weah to his name, I will also bring the opposition leaders to their knees as well. And we are so glad to be in this position. Because we said to you time after time that all money is not good money. And they are afraid of us. The fact that we go into the Liberia and challenge them. And we came back home and go and force our tail. That we argue. You know, we are on here because we have passion for radio and television. By the time the microphone goes off, we go and wait as well. You enjoy the program, you enjoy what we do. Please help. We have folks on the ground. Do you know that we pay from our pocket for the other radio stations in Liberia to share the program? No, it is not free. We have a team on the ground. And we'll continue to pay afloat with your help. The cash app is on there. Use this location. My broken. So help with the supply of Bridge Radio Africa.
Blessings on blessings, you call me blessings. These my blessings can all be touching. I know my level, my man, don't stress me. The puppy bless me, so I'm here to party. I want war, you're a zombie. I want body, a pro, you're a zombie.
Stop the music. Stop the music.
Up and get jealous zombie.
Stop the music, please. You see, don't just listen to the beat of the music. Listen to the wordings. When you sit down and listen to the wordings, no, our president is dancing to the zombie. Are you listening to the wordings of this song? The man say he will bawl until he crawl like a zombie. The man went further to say, you know what, George? We have brought 240 transformers in the country with a picture on it. He said, if you don't like the way things going in the country, you should go and hawk transformer. When you hawk, you know the voltage of a transformer? This president wants you to hawk transformer if you don't like the way things going in the country. The man said he's not belay. And for the people who think that George Weah is a dummy, you have to revisit your thought process. This man is no dummy. It is not an easy task to elect a dummy as a president. This man is so smart. He knows what he's doing. This man is telling you that he will bawl until he crawl like a zombie.
And his blessing will fold the rest back.
Hold on, Shatan. This man is telling you when Charles Taylor was in power, the Louis Brown and then the Snow and then they used to carry the money to wear flour. Now, each ministry or tournament agency, this boy is telling them to put $5 million in the budget for him. And he will take his money up front. Now you will play these songs to distract you while you're thinking about the president making song. This boy is getting rich, and Shelton, I swear to everything. If George Weah does not go to jail, if George Weah properties are not seized, and the people that around him, these people who you call opposition, these people who are in line and ready to take the country to another level, I will be so pissed off. Look, if I don't see George Weah go to jail, if I don't see her property seized, I will have to make a decision whether I will go back to Liberia or not. Continue with the song, Shelton.
Yeah, just to come before I come to the song, and even if the Liberian people fail to do that, the international community is watching. You know, it's the same international community that put pressure on Taylor today. He's sitting in a 6x6 cell. So it doesn't change the fact that if the records are there to prove that he should be, brought to book for all of what is happening to the people, the international community has put the money in that country. And so if they're just going to squander and think they're going to go away scot-free, because think about it, the economy is not generating anything. You and I know that. There's nothing being generated. And
you have people on a normal circumstances, on a real government that will live with me, like the Sir Joseph and the Thomas Father that will live with me on a normal circumstances. That the Finabono Dam, the Jefferson Kochi, those people who can better express themselves. These are the people that are running our country. And you call this a country? This is not a country. This is a country look-alike. This is a country friend. Shelton, play the music.
So yeah, let's go back to the zombie. Let the zombies dance.
Beats. Yeah, I'm on Celebratory. Blessings on blessings, you're calling blessings. These my blessings can all be touching. I know my level, my man, don't stress me. The puppy bless me, I'm here to party. I want war, yellow zombie. I want body, I pro, yellow zombie. Batting up, bring a yellow zombie. I got a party, people dancing, yellow zombie. Sanko, me, I want to wear a quacko. Waiter, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper. Waiter, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper. I said nobody. I want party. I want you to go down low. I want you to find it slow. Mama, you rock the show. I'm ready to spend some more. And I'm gonna, sit down, I'm gonna check it. See, I see no time for check. Man, I want you to dance like you ready, don't care. Do the dance for the zombie style. It's me and you, mama, no more stress. I want to dance, I feel myself. I want war, yellow zombie. I want body, I pro, yellow zombie. Batting up, bring a yellow zombie. Got a party, people dancing, yellow zombie.
When Uncle T show fail, the children want a photo. Yeah, that do or die when they shake around.
And Shelton.
Bless me, the papa bless me. Yes, what bless me. You cannot stop me.
Shelton.
I'm here. Go ahead, buddy.
The man is telling you. You know what mean, right? The man said a blessing for the bag of rice. The man is telling you that he will ball until you crawl like a zombie. And if you don't like it, you must go hug transformer. The voltage coming out of the transformer. What does that say to you? This boy does not give a damn about Liberia and the people of Liberia. Listen, Somebody said George Weah a BM. George Weah is not a BM. Shut up and load out song.
Hey, Laura.
George Weah has turned against the BM. George Weah is a mafia. Because you know, most of the BM they help him out to be where he's at today. Now, George Weah is telling people that can give him money and say, that may not BM, don't help him out. George Weah wants to be the only person that shines in the country. And this is not fair. This is not fair for Liberia. And this is not fair for the people of Liberia. Why did we do to George Weah to deserve this? You know, Charles Taylor came, and out of fear, the people say, you know what? You came a man, you came a power, I will put you there. George Weah came, they said, you know, boy, you're not no book. The both people giving us a hard time, we'll put you there. What did George Weah do? The first thing he started to do, break down his old home to build new ones. The man, the man just doesn't care for anybody. Darius Dillon is dead now as the most popular politician in the country. You think Darius Dillon is popular because of what he ended special? Darius Dillon, we know you. We know your story. The last thing you want to do is to mess with the people of Liberia. And
yeah, I hope you're listening.
And we hope you're listening. The people that you're associating with now, you have to look at yourself. When the people see you as the light, you can't begin to dim the light in this early days. You can't do that. And you know, I don't give a damn about George Weah, Darius Dillon, of the opposition, the readers. No, that's me. I speak my mind because you know what? I get up and go to work. I get up and go to work. We love this country. We want to see people who sincerely love this country and mean well for this country. Let's play a few songs and wait for some folks to come up. Go ahead, Shaka.
Mr.
This is John Hills. This is Bridge Radio Africa, the 52nd birthday anniversary of the man ASHFORD, the giant GARLEY, speaking his mind here politically tonight. Listen, we can never drift away from the truth. The truth has to be told, and this is the moment, and we will not stop.
When you want to know my puppy, that she pulling in the skin tear. When you want to know that you her puppy, that she pulling in the skin tear. When you want to know my puppy, that she pulling in the skin tear. When you want to know that you there her puppy, that she pulling in the skin tear. Make it to fabric, let it fabric. You ma make it to fabric, let it fabric. Ma make it to fabric, let it fabric. You ma make it to fabric, you let it fabric.
Hey, Shatan.
Oh, mama.
Go ahead, buddy.
I come and go wear t-shirt and because we're coming dance now. You know, by the time we hit 8 o'clock, we're coming dance.
All right, I'll be spinning the tracks.
Spin the crowd. Let me go change small and come back. So,
all right.
Getting ready now.
Okay.
What I want to Yapunagi. Come and give me a Yapunagi. Yapunagi. Pepe, give me a Yapunagi. Yapunagi. Come and give me a Yapunagi. Yapunagi. Pepe, give me a Yapunagi. Yapunagi. Come and give me a Yapunagi. Yapunagi. Pepe, give me a Yapunagi. When you want to know my puppy, that she pulling in the skin tear. When you want to know that you a puppy, that she pulling in the skin tear. When you want to know my puppy, that she pulling in the skin tear. When you want to know that you there her puppy, that she pulling in the skin tear. Make it to fabric, let it fabric. You ma make it to fabric, let it fabric. Ma make it to fabric, let it fabric. You ma make it to fabric, you let it fabric. The woman I won't copy, oh na na. No one can put the copy, oh na na. Look at woman, see woman. Look at woman, don't make a woman. Look at woman,
See woman, look at woman. No make a mama. Oh na na. Children, I call ya. Papa, we call you. Baby, today I call you. Although you boo, I say, come you. Give me your love, I could conquer you. I be your man, I say, don't worry. And we go there together. Although you boo, I say, come you. Give me your love, I could conquer you. I be your man, I say, don't worry. And we go there together.
They take away that you come from you. Yeah, you come from me. Take away that you come from you. Yeah, you come from me. They take away that you come from you. Yeah, you come from me. Take away that you come from you. Yeah, you come from me.
Girl, I want you hold me. This kind of love is never boring. Show me, baby girl, I'm ready to follow. Show me, it's gonna be just you and I till we can die. Nobody else in my show.
This is Shelton. I want to officially welcome all of you to the party. Folks, I'm telling you, put on your dancing shoes as we broadcast from blast and musical forecast to the B-52 of the Giant. And now you know we call it Some People Pro. That's in the building. Let's have fun.
For you, my baby, Angelina, my temperature. It's rising for you, rising for you, my baby. Although you boo, I say, come me. Give me your love that could conquer me. I be your man, I say, don't worry. And we go there together. Although you boo, I say, come me. Give me your love that could conquer me. I be your man, I say, don't worry. And we go there together.
They take away that you come from you. Yeah, you come from me. Take away that you come from you. Yeah, you come from me. They take away that you come from you. Yeah, you come from me. Take away that you come from you. Yeah, you come from me. When a little girl, baby girl, can you dance for me? Dance for me. The way you rock and shake it, baby girl, can you dance for me? Dance for me. I said, my you, baby girl, can you dance for me? See the way you rock and shake it, baby girl, can you dance for me? Yeah, girl, I wanna tell you something. Put in the day, you my beauty. Without the day, you my sweetie. Sweetie, come and come you. Nobody wanna see us together.
But it don't matter. Although you boo, I say, come you. Give me your love, I could conquer you. I be your man, I say, don't worry. And we go there together.
Somebody's trying to provoke her here tonight to play Mr. Liar Man. I don't know if we have that in the lineup. But maybe.
No, I have it in the lineup. If you
Okay, I'll play it.
Okay,
I got something.
play Mr. Liar Man. Play the song from George Weah. And taxpayer money. Stop the people for enjoying themselves. You know what I mean?
Okay. We'll play Liar Man after this one.
Know that music. Please got a video. Because it's time to party now. So we're gonna do your gift. Because we're showing the video now, we're asking people. Listen, we are having a blast tonight. Grab something to drink. Bring Radio Africa. Oh man, let's
you know yourself. Yeah. They will talk, just to bring you down. They will spread all your bad news more than they spread your good news. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. Oh, see, let them do the talking again. See, I will do the bluffing, yeah.
Let the people visit the Cash App now and show some love for Bridge Radio Africa. Birthday comes once a year. So when your brother birthday not come, show him some love. Now you have the Cash App there. Hey man, how y'all acting so? John Tech with the phone drive of Bridge Radio Africa. Thomas Korea, you don't be cheap, man. Vendor Campbell, y'all do some things double. And I'm politics we have to know. But we'll talk in politics. Now, hey.
If nobody chewing your boom. You are nobody.
Let's hold our music down. We have a caller on the line, and she's a friend and sister. Letty Brooks Roberts is on the line. Hello, Letty.
Hey, the giant.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it.
Amen.
I am so happy to celebrate with you. Happy birthday. Wishing you many, 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 many more birthdays.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy. And it's a great day to be here, and I'm enjoying the gathering.
Thank you,
Makino, for filling in for me while I'm gone. Enjoy your birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We'll be watching and we're ready to get it on. Come on, let's go.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
All right. Go ahead. And shortly after that song, we're going to bring in Mr. Emmanuel Savage, somebody that I respect. He's a friend and younger brother. This brother keeps it real, you know. So complete that song, and we'll bring Mr. Emmanuel Savage.
If nobody talks about you, you are nobody. If nobody chewing your boom, you are nobody. Believe it, believe it, believe it, believe it. Anything they say about me, please believe it, believe it, believe it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Bridge Radio Africa coming live your way via YouTube and Facebook. Volcano Shelton here on the mixes, once and two, bringing the music for the 52nd birthday celebration of Ashford, the giant GARLEY. He's supposed to live till 112 years old. I want to be around till I'm 90, so maybe you will all live me, Ashford. But let's go to our studio guest. Ashford, take it from there.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, please join me as I introduce to you my friend and small brother, Emmanuel Savage. Savage, hello and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ashford GARLEY. Happy birthday to you, my dear big brother.
Thank you.
It has been a long stream. Happy birthday, 50 plus 2. That's huge. And you know, Pocano just say 112. So I don't know if I'll be alive by then, but I am glad to see you celebrating with much smile. Thank you, big brother. And happy birthday to you.
Thank you, my man. Listen, this is our country. This is Liberia. And a lot of people didn't make it to see this Christmas. Our country still has ways to go. You were in Liberia. I saw how you were treated. I saw some of the things you went through. But you still did not despise Liberia. You still have a special place in your heart for Liberia. Brother, you saw December 8th. The people spoke. Now people are upbeat. They are saying, you know what? Change has finally come. Do you believe in your heart of hearts that we are going to have a balance of power in Liberia, Emmanuel?
Absolutely not, Mr. Ashford GARLEY. I don't believe that we are turning the table here, or we are even having a better curve in our politics in Liberia. I'm absolutely not having much hope in terms of the kind of setup we have out there, the governance process. We still have an imperial presidency. We still know how rotten the national legislature is. We still know that salary is not proportional to the budget. So I can just say to you, my dear big brother, there's not much hope for Liberia until diaspora Liberians stand up for justice and accountability.
Shut down. This is Emmanuel Savage. This man is big on the War and Economic Crimes Court. He wants to see justice for the people of Liberia. He wants to see justice for himself. He wants to see justice for Maine. When you listen to this man's story, what he went through during the war, he was very young then. And he still remembers a lot of things that he went through during the war. What do you have for him?
Listen, man, we all share the same, thought around what our country is today and the hope for the future. And I've seen you with placards around the house of the legislature, actually, trying to solicit support for the ordinary Liberian people. You just made a solid declaration that you don't see a balance of power, not at this time. But do you think that we can raise the kind of leaders beginning with this just in the elections? Now, of course, some of the people who became senators still have questionable character when it comes to corruption, when it comes to the rule of law, and all of that. But yet, I think with every finger now being pointed at George Weah and his current ruling CDC, do you think these people can wake up and say, "Listen, we got to formulate something in the interest of the Liberian people to make this total transformation and catapult this country from its current nightmare into a brighter future"? Do you see that happening with in these next 3 years up to 2023?
Shelton, I'm even glad you asked me that question, and I like to keep it real to myself. But there's something I believe in, that if you believe in something so much, and even if the rest of the other people don't believe in it, and you are so true to your dreams and aspiration and believe about these things, if you can prove that this is the way things should be, then you don't get discouraged by many people not believing in what you believe in. I'll tell you right now, these change that we are experiencing, the generation of yesterday experienced the same dream and change. The leaders we are having, they understand Liberia's problem. Liberia's problem is simple, although it is very difficult because of the kind of politicians we have. We have a problem in which we are refusing to address all of the things that matters to Liberia. The United States is a major part of what Liberia is going through, especially in terms of many of Liberian citizens residing in the United States. There have been huge discrimination on our part. These are things that we accept because we have one goal. And right now, our goal is to get rid of George Manuel Weah. As we all know, he's an incompetent president. So it matters most to us to do what is right first. When I look at what is happening in Liberia and look at the budget of $562 million and look at salaries and look at the fact that it's not proportional to what we earn every year, then I understand why we do have these problems. Shelton, the last 6 years, Liberia spent $108 million on 103 lawmakers. If that makes sense, think about it. These are the reason why we have the problems in Liberia, because if you don't know simple math, you're never going to be able to divide anything equally with your children. You're going to pick and choose like they're doing in government. Personally, I got no hope. I believe if justice does not hit the budget, if accountability does not hit every offices in terms of progress, if war and economic crimes code does not come to Liberia, we are in for the same kind of hope. The people of yesterday that died today or died yesterday or died the day before yesterday, or the people of hope without voice, like our adults, parents that will not go to the ballot box anymore, many of them in their numbers. It's the same kind of hope we're going to have. And I can't wait to see 2023, to see another leadership, and then everybody's going to turn to what Emmanuel Sanders has always said: justice and accountability, war and economic crimes court, justice for the budget, from the president to the vice president to the speaker, to everyone in the national legislature and the executive. We need to solve that problem. It's really immediate.
Now, Mr. Savage, what do you think is wrong with our people and our country when you see somebody who killed a certain president? The person is seen as a savior. This is a guy who politicians, I'm talking about Charles Bronski, may his soul rest in peace, spend money to this man. Benani Uri, spend money to this man. George Weah. This guy is somebody that is seen to be the guy to determine who becomes president of our country. What is wrong with us? Why do we glorify murderers, killers?
Yeah.
What is going on, Savage?
It's sad, big brother. It's very sad. You've been one of the victims of the war. Many of your listeners are victims. Shelton is. we got some serious mental issues in Liberia that we need to take care of. We are overlooking some of the recommendations made to us by the international community and, of course, the TRC. Records show that 1.2 million of our mothers are depressed after the Civil War, though many of them have died. Some of them still alive without voice today. We're dealing with serious mental issue in Liberia. As you can see, the president himself has shown that mental health is really serious. Not that I'm here to disrespect the president of the Republic of Liberia, but his attitude shows that we need serious attention with mental health in Liberia. We're electing rebels, people who are on tip for killing other human beings. We got 18 years in Senator Prince Johnson. The Nima people think that he has saved them from the wrath of Samuel Doe, who, even though was president, became another rebel at some point. And they believe in him so much, even though he has done so much wrong to the people. And you got a man like that on tape contesting the presidency of Liberia. It shows how cursed this nation is. It doesn't show how cursed the nation is to have voters who go online, ignorant or even illiterate, electing people into offices. It shows how the educated class is not just selfish, but insane. Because no nation in the world a nation that wants progress will ever put Prince Johnson on the ballot as senator, will ever put somebody like George Bulley on the ballot as representative. No nation will give ordinary people that opportunity to select between rebels. Who do you want to vote for you? It's sad. Mental health is serious. My dear brother Shelton, my own big brother ASHFORD GARLEY, that's something that needs to be addressed in Liberia. And it's important that we address it now. And if we don't, we're going to continue in this cycle. And maybe ASHFORD GARLEY at a time, we may not know if we have somebody's voice so powerful as you, ready to be on the internet and radio every day talking about the problems of Liberia. You never know. You may just get somebody that don't have what you have or what it takes. And who knows, advocacy could die. We are into some serious problem.
And I know Shelton will come in, but you have a president who calls himself feminist in chief. Look at the situation in Nima. Look at the situation in Bapolo. When you sit down in a country devil, leaves the bush, comes to town, takes the ballot boxes and takes it to the bush. Yeah. And you have a president who said he wants free, fair, and transparent election in the country. And does not say anything about this. The people said, all the women that said meat. My man, when you're selling meat, it means that you are locally attached to whatever village you go to. This woman went to each village in Bakpolu. Yep. She associated with the people. And that's why she's in the lead today. We have only one female senator. Why we can't empower our women? Why we can't balance the gender a little bit? What is going on, Savage?
To be honest with you, Mr. GARLEY, I think women leadership would be really good for Liberia. I know in the Senate we got one lady. There are a lot of positions in which we think ladies should occupy. We're never going to have gender equality so soon in Liberia because of what have transpired in the country. Many people are really corrupt, and it's in the nature of many men than women. Women are usually scary people. We just have an exceptional case in Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. We need a lot of women, but the very first thing we need is a change of system. We got to fix a system. What we do is we trust ASHFORD GARLEY and Emmanuel Savage and Shelton that they have great moral character, and so they should be the head probably of a political party or maybe to lead change in Liberia. That is not how we should operate this country. We need laws that we need to enforce. We need to start now. Otherwise, we're going to have a serious problem. We still have an imperial presidency. I keep saying this. If one man in the country employs everybody that is employed will defend that one man because that's what it takes. Now, you go to the ballot box and you're just making reference of a devil coming from the street, they're picking up ballot boxes. The devil is human being, ASHFORD. The devil is human being. The devil is not sit on the devil or Lucifer. It's somebody dressed up in something and want to do anything they can, they will. And we understand traditionally these people have to be respected for the culture. But how can a government allow that? It's national elections. You are electing people for senators, representative, and you are allowing these things and thinking that people are going to sit and just look at you supportingly. But what the government really depends on is the fact that many of us don't consider the issues. There are a lot of things happening in Liberia, my dear brother. Some of these things, we all know about them. Some of them, a few of them, we don't. But I'll tell you, when it comes to free and fair elections, it's never going to take place in Liberia. There will never be a free and fair elections in Liberia because candidates will never be given the chance to come across voters with their platforms and how they are able to implement some of the things that they have complained about. It is going to be an election based on hatred, based on jealousy, based on the past, and we are going to continue to make mistakes, one told the other. And then maybe when this generation is gone, we'll leave the next generation with no other alternative but to continue what we have taught them. I personally believe that what you just saw in this gone elections, it is nowhere near a free and fair elections because the playing field was now level. We all look into Montserrat, and that's what we see. You don't know what's happening in the villages with these people who are contesting. It's easy for them to do what they want to do there, and they keep doing it in elections to remain in power.
Okay, Shelton, I want you to come in, and after you're asking and he responds, then we will bring in our next participant. Savage, just before Shelton comes in, somebody said to you, Ashford was compromised. He took money for T4 and Sir Joseph, and you said, listen, that's not the Ashford I know. I will wait till I hear from Ashford himself. What was going through your mind when you saw that nonsense?
Mr. Garley, that person did not make that remarks alone. Let me tell you, somebody who I've had a lot of respect for, still got respect for him, was carried away and said, do you know your big brother Ashford has joined the CDC? I'm like, what? And in fact, he sent me pictures of you with Sir Joseph and I believe T5, something like that. And I'm like, okay, have you heard from Ashford? He said, no, but it's clear Ashford has joined CDC. You know, I told him, I'm like, I just listened to Ashford before he left. Like, there are people in advocacy that don't have conscience. Today, they are for Joseph Yuma Boyka. Joseph Yuma Boyka is the best after they were against him. The next day, they are for CDC. And then, no, they are for this. They follow the wave. I know my big brother, the giant off the microphone. He's not that kind of person. And if he was going to do that, he wouldn't do it while he was in Liberia during this time of these elections. He will wait. And he will wait and tell you reason why. He doesn't follow the wave. And maybe the wave, and the wave is money, Mr. Garley. Maybe the wave was going towards T5 and it thought that you would have gone and no, that's not Ashford. And I said to him, man, you know what? It took him 3 other days after you clarify. And he called me and said, man, you need to forgive me. That wasn't Ashford. You were right. So no, it was not just a few people, a lot of people that know you're not capable of that. Not that I'm saying you're not capable of joining the CDC, but not in that manner. No way. So you don't have to worry over certain class of thoughts. I knew exactly.
You should have called Emmanuel. Emmanuel, you should have called the guy Mr. Liar Man. But anyway, that was prior to the song coming up. But yeah, listen, you've covered a lot of things, but I just wanted to leave you on this note. Liberia is the only thing we have.
Yeah.
And why it is true that people always say we found sanctuary here in America. I consider America home because this is where my life has improved. I'm given the respect due me because I get up every day and go to work and earn it. But yet our hearts are in Liberia. And we look forward to the day when we can make meaningful contribution to our country, being physically there, not just being in the diaspora and contributing. We want to be physically there. Do you ever see the day or hope for the day when that will happen? And do you see that anytime soon?
Oh, yeah, Mr. Shelton, I can see how optimistic you are and want to see a better Liberia. I, too, honestly want to see a better Liberia because if a better Liberia emerge, it's easy for some of us that have established ourselves in the diaspora It's tough on us, especially those of us that care about our people. We do a lot. We go beyond to do everything for them. I wish I can sit here telling you about the hope or the audacity of hope, like Barack Obama wrote in his famous book. It's really challenging to believe that Liberia is on the right trajectory. Like, let me just state there to all diaspora Liberians listening. It's going to take you as diaspora Liberians employed out of government with your independence to recognize that we need justice and accountability. Unless we recognize that, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get mad at T5, we're replacing. We'll get mad at DeLone, we're replacing. We'll get mad at Ellen, we'll replace her. And we'll just keep replacing people that let us down until we realize that we need to fix the system. Because I've looked at that system, you know, through my own experience in education. And I know that the people who are leading, none of them is so genuine about change. I don't see any clear daylight in any face of a politician, whether you were elected or you were appointed. I see discrimination all over the place, discrimination in the budget, discrimination in the faces of Liberians born with their navel strain on the soil, buried on the ground. I see discrimination everywhere. And people like you, there are others in the diaspora with much more education and experience that can bring forth the better of Liberia that will never be given the opportunity because politicians who consider themselves local on the ground believe that we are not part of the process and we have accepted it. We believe that we should choose them. We should make them to go against the people that we don't like or the people that are blundering. We don't want to fix the system. The system needs us just fixed, and we don't want to continue to look at what we need to do. Now, let me be very simple. Mr. Ashford Garley and Mr. Shelton, any of you listening to the show today, you know, this is one show that we must all envy. You know, you guys have kept it real here. Real. I've seen Ashford blasting the hell everybody. You know, if you are doing something wrong, doesn't matter how close, you know, you are to him, he take on you. And he doesn't take on you in that kind of petty manner. He does it knowing that he needs to teach some of his little brothers some lesson. Let's be honest here. What we are seeing with Liberia resources being distributed. Today you're wearing a glasses, Shelton. You go to the store, maybe you bought it 3 years ago for $10. You would never see that glasses for $10 in the store. You probably get it today for $20. 5-8 years ago, the only country budget that can never increase is the Liberian budget. Every other thing increased, even revenue increased. People don't want to go to the simple places in Liberia. I was just talking to a friend and brother. How do we look at revenue coming from across the border? How do we get almost 90% of revenue into government coffers? You know, you need somebody like Ashford Garley, who is bigger than being at the border, to go and sit there and know exactly what's going on before.
Let me stop you right there, Iman.
Go ahead.
Let me stop you right there.
Go ahead, Mr. Garley.
Do you know that between the Liberia and Sierra Leone border, with their COVID, the people have only 1 hour to do business.
There you go.
You have only 1 hour to do business, to go across and come between Sierra Leone and Liberia. But you have the entire country, nobody is wearing masks, right? And you hear people say you have 1 hour to do business from Liberia to Sierra Leone, or from Sierra Leone to Liberia. How do people will survive when you have everybody in the country and say, no corona in the country? Or why are you wearing masks for? But you have 1 hour. What kind of business transaction can you do within 1 hour?
And I'm glad you brought it up, Mr. Garley.
You don't do this, but I mean, just put it out there, and it's real.
No, you're right. Like I was just addressing Shelton here. It doesn't make any sense. And you know why they say there's no coronavirus in Liberia? Because we don't care about lives in Liberia. People die on a regular basis from coronavirus too. But it has to be somebody that is quote unquote important. If Manjwa lost a son today from coronavirus, it would never make its way to the media. The media in Liberia itself does not play the role that is needed to be played in nation rebuilding. They all pretend and want to work with the power that be. This is the problem that we have. Look at what you just said through your experience. people doing business for 1 hour. What are you expecting? You mean everybody can cry in 1 hour and fight and breathing each other nose? I'm just hoping, Mr. Garley, that coronavirus does not take on Africa in any way, because we don't have the discipline to deal with the spread in a virus like corona. I looked in the club 2 nights ago when a friend and brother posted in a club and saw the music being played and they were dancing, nobody with masks. And I'm like, yeah, this is the president that made a son so the world can know that he cares about the safety of Liberians and people around the world. This is the same president that is allowing these things in the country. He doesn't care. So the president just want to show off. And after showing off, he doesn't care about leadership. So to answer your question there, Mr. Shelton, my hope is not high. And I want you to consider my statement today, because in the future, we are going to come back and review some of the things that we are talking about today. You see the presidency, the way it works. ASHFORD Garley, very good man. Shelton, very good man. Okay, you know what? Let's look at these two people and take them for president and vice president. We have not fixed our office yet, but we're taking human beings, going to tempt them with millions of dollars. You know, Michelle Obama said, if the presidency reveals you, and we're going to know exactly who we are. We are trusting people too much. We need to fix the system. That system, if it's not fixed, if the rule of law doesn't exist, if President Weah can build houses and get away with it, if somebody like Robert Sharif can leave with $40 million he and his gangs, if other things that happen in the country, it's not important to Liberians, including the murdering of 250,000 people. If we don't understand, that's why we don't have roads, that's why we don't have hospitals, that's why we have something that Liberian people call no good school, no infrastructure, that agriculture would never get off the ground. This is the reason. And Mr. Shelton, let me just let you know on this note, in answering your question, that our senator has an institution that is called university. Our senator, but the country cannot build any university. You have a representative that has these things. It doesn't make sense. But we keep buying it and we keep acting like we are changing things. No, we are not. These batch of politicians will never change. The new ones will not change unless we fix the system. So with our budget right now, it is only wise for us to pay these guys $3,000. It is wise for us to trim the president budget from 3.4 to about 2 million. It is wise for us to bring down the vice president from 2.4 to $1 million. It is wise for us not to give the legislature what we're giving them. If we don't do these things, we are going to continue to, hey, President, we are corrupt. Oh, they're not correct. Hey. And that's what we're going to be on for many years.
Mr. Savage, I want to say a big thank you to you. And just before you leave, listen, you know how it feels to fund a project 100% on your own. And in the case of Bridge Radio Africa, we're funding this in our pocket. We are reaching out in this fund drive and want to use this as one of the millions our birthday. What can you commit to?
Mr. ASHFORD Garley. Sorry, go ahead.
We're asking for the minimum of $10 a month. What do you want to do? If you can do more, that's fine.
ASHFORD, I will give you $25 a month. This is a real good platform, and I will recommend others to do the same that I know. Thank you guys ever so much. Shelton, ASHFORD, Bridge Radio family. You guys are awesome. You've been doing very well, keeping it real. This is one platform that I respect. So I would commit to $25 a month. Let me know when this is due. Starting January, let me know when it's due, and I'll start making my payment.
Starting the 10th of January.
10th of January.
Yeah.
Make sure you put me on that list and send me a reminder. Let me tell you about Liberians, and I'm one. If you don't remind me, I won't go there and find a side. You got to get someone reminding us.
Thank you, my brother. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Man, it was good having you, Emmanuel.
And shut up, play the song, and then we have one of our sisters that is in line right now.
You know, I didn't do the thing you say I do. Oh, Mr. Liar, man.
Man, we are got to pay for airtime here tonight.
No.
Oh, Mr. Liar, man. Oh, Mr. Liar, man. Oh, Mr. Liar, man. Oh, Mr. Liar, man. You know I didn't do the thing you say I do. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Oh, liar man, you know, I didn't do those things. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, Jah know, I didn't do those things. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, Rastafari know, I didn't do. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, you know, a liar man, you a liar man, oh, Mr. Liar Man.
Break it.
You know I didn't do the
Break
thing.
it. Stop that song, man. Stop that. I don't know who's lying to who, but at this time we want to say a big welcome to Cindy, Martin Prayer, and advocate, a powerful sister, and she's very fearless. And hey, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Hi, Shelton. Hi, Ashford. Let me first of all wish you a happy birthday and many, many more years to come. And I pray that the Lord gave you whatever you promised us. 3 score plus what?
10.
10. Plus 10. 3 score. Okay, you're 80 years, or no, 70 years and plus more. We need that. We actually do need that. Because we need that voice around for a very long time to impact and change the next generation until you can get more little Ashford on the radio. So we need that. Happy birthday, bro. We come a long way.
Mm-hmm. Were you surprised with the results of the election on December 8th?
But quite frankly, let me tell you what I feel now. I feel like there was a weight, and there's still some there was a level of weight on my shoulders to a point that close to the election, I got really emotional to a point that I didn't know what to think. With all the noises that were going on, Emmanuel spoke to your particular escapade in Liberia, and people were calling me, your brother had betrayed the cause, and then I saw a post on Facebook. But you contacted me, inbox me, and says, I hope you believe that I didn't take anything. I didn't do anything. And I said to you, I believe you. And people started calling, and some people went back and kind of retracted the statement. And then you were really swift in responding and communicating with the people to come live and tell them, listen, let's address this. What they're saying did not happen. As a journalist or as a advocate, I need to get both sides of the story and balance the equation. So, and then when you started to speak, people started to come back to kind of defend you and say, Ashford came live. He said those things did not happen, which was good. And that's something that's lacking in our leadership today. Communication. They tell you, anyone who masters the art of communication has literally mastered the art of leadership. Because if you leave a void, people are going to fill it up for you. And that's why you see when people say, oh, the person went in an accident, they died, or they took them to Ghana, because the leadership is not communicating it for the people. So where there's void, it's not that the people are lying, but they're making up the stories to fill up the void, right? So I just want to say happy birthday to you and see this is where we are. And no, to some degree, I was surprised. But then on the other hand, is what we pray for. I was not surprised with ADD looking at the numbers, okay? But like Emmanuel said, let me add my voice to Emmanuel. I'm a justice defender. I believe the way to reset Liberia is to have full implementation of the TRC. Okay. And by nature, man is a beast, whether we believe it or not. The only thing that keeps you and I in our bed is literally laws, the rule of law, justice and accountability. The reason Ashford GARLEY drive in Detroit at midnight and does not pass the red light is because he knows if he does, he's going to go to court. He's going to have a ticket mailed to his house, right? And if he does that, then he has to pay. If he does not pay, he's going to go to court. If he does not go to court, he's going to have a bench warrant. If he does not pay, he's going to go to jail. Okay, so actions have consequences. In today's Liberia, action does not have consequences. We have people who literally looted the state yesterday. Because what we have today is worse than what we have before. The thing they have the audacity to speak, that is the right to speak, that they did well, because the people after them did not do well, are not doing well. You spoke to Weir and his music. I just listened to, and I went I didn't want to listen to it at first, then later I listened to it. We hear people insult or use vulgarity on Facebook, and people are first to come and say somebody insulted the president's mother. But the president is cursing Liberian people and calling them douchebags. Excuse me, guys, period rags. That's what a douchebag say. Okay, that's where the word in the president's music. But we don't have problem with that. We're playing it. We're listening to it. But then the next person, I'm not condemning that. Those are not my choice of words. But this is the president of the republic. The president of the republic is the role model. The president of the republic is the father of the nation. The president of the republic is the shaper of the future of the land. The president of the republic directs how the nation goes for the next generation and generations to come, right? But this president is watching our children die, okay? I was relieved, really relieved. I felt like I could sleep for days when ADD won. But like Emmanuel Savage said, there were cheating in Maryland. There is cheating going on in Babalu, where the lady was in the league, where they intimidated them, where they put out the devil to put women in the house. And when you have a woman or candidate, you have cheating in the Sano, where the superintendent literally terrorized people. He did that in the last midterm election. So we understand that Montserrat carry 40% of the population, but every vote in Liberia should be important. A vote in Babalu, a vote in Grangela, a vote in Nimba, a vote in Maryland, in Grand Coulee, in Riverside, anywhere for that matter. Your vote, Shelton vote, and my vote, it should have the same value. Okay, it should be one man, one vote, and those votes should be counted, and it must be important. Now, and I think the way to move Liberia forward, and let me talk about the budget that Emmanuel just spoke about. The budget of the nation directs the nation. So if you have a budget that says $250,000 for schools, or $700,000 for the first lady, that is the priority. Your budget is the priority of the nation. The United States of America that have over $3 trillion in budget, the president's salary is $450,000. I compared Tennessee, which is the size of Liberia. It has a $39.8 billion economy. The senators in that state make $36,000 a year. The representative make $24,000 a year. Liberia has a let me just say 500. Liberia does not have $500 million budget, because for the last 5 years they have budget shortfall. The highest was $100 million. So we were surmised that Liberia has less than $400 million. Okay, if Liberia has less than $400 million, how in heaven that certain representatives are making over $40,000 a month, or lawmaker? That within itself is highway robbery. How do we build our nation? How do we build our nation when you use majority of your budget, 60+% of your budget on recurring expenditure? We just saw that the government borrowed $48 million to pay workers. Who gets to pay that? Your children get to pay that. I get to pay that. Shelton get to pay that. So how do we move forward? And like I think I heard my brother Ashford say, Joshua must go to jail. I don't think Joshua alone must go to jail. Yes, I think Joshua must go to jail. I think everyone who looted a nation must go to jail. I think those who kill people in cold blood must have their day in court. I think for Liberia to reset justice, and people must see this, absolutely no nation progress without justice and accountability. It should require the rule of law. If those things are not, either now we're fighting, I don't want this tribe to lead. You know, people come on my platform and say, my grandparents came from Putu, so now you don't want Southeasterner to lead. What the ASHFORD parents killed in Liberia, Is he, if you go to Liberia and say, I want to be a senator, you're going to say, oh, I don't want him to run because his parents is from the Southeast? Is that how Liberia is supposed to progress? Or we are supposed to look for the best among us to create an avenue for those who are incapable or those who have disability, that everyone, we can create a tent that is wide enough. We can light candles that are wide enough by using the cream de la cream to create opportunities that all Liberians can have an opportunity, that every man can be accountable for his action. Is that not what we are asking? Is that not what would be profound? Is not what would lead a nation? But I think, Ashford, I'm glad that we close this day.
Ashford.
Yeah. Thank you. We want to have three more minutes with Sis Yad, and then we can move on. Sheldon, perhaps you have a question for her, but I just wanted to let Sis Yad to know that she understands how it feels to do stuff without assistance, especially the kind of platform. She knows the drill where you go in and trying to do the Zoom. This is not costly, and we're doing this thing without the help of people. So we decided to reach out to the people to see how best they can help fund the drive for Bridge Radio Africa, because we want to go to Liberia and be able to speak freely. We want to move from county to county, but we don't have the capacity to do so. We can't be in Montserrat and be in Cape Mount at the same time. So if I were to ask Yasendi for your monthly commitment, the minimum of $10, whether you want to do it quarterly, biannually, or yearly, what would it be? Yeah, that's all we're asking.
So here, right, I'm gonna, like you see, rightfully said, we both do this. I'm here in my county in some part of Montserrat, and it's out of pocket. I have a few women who come in to rescue me, and I can boldly call their name, like Sis Gwen, Sis Yama, Sis Dorothy. I'm gonna leave somebody's name out, and I'm gonna get grilled for this. But Sis Gifty, okay, and Sis Josephine. These women are phenomenal, and they help me along the way. Here's what I'm going to tell you. On my birthday, I'm going to make, you said $10. I'm going to make a one-time each year for now until you build that station and see what you're doing. Right. For the first year, my birthday is on February 15th. I'm going to be right here doing the same thing because I'm going to be in Liberia in March, April to we bought some land for the the safe housing. And I will be in Liberia, and I'll be here on February 14th. But February 14th, I make donation to a few charity organizations that are building in Liberia. I will be donating that one time, 120. Remind me on my birthday. If that somebody will donate it, but I know I will donate it. The thing that we have to elevate one another. We have to support one another, because what you do here elevates, because when you educate, okay, I would say that Malcolm X said education is the passport to the world. It's the doorway, okay? And Mandela said education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. What we've done, you, myself, and everybody else who advocate, whether in writing or verbalizing, we have managed to kind of shift the thought process of most of our brothers and sisters. Believe me or not, your impact is being felt.
Hold that thought. I want to thank you. Something just came to mind. I called you from Liberia. I said, yeah, I can't believe people are talking about me like this. And I know. You know the kind of person I am. For people to say, oh, you took money from Tifa or Sir Joseph. These are people under normal circumstances that can live with me. Then they because we have the very irresponsible administration, they believe that they are the people in the country. And you said to me, Brother Ashford, I heard this. Don't beat yourself. Keep your head up and believe in yourself. Believe in what you do. But again, we got 2 more minutes for you. And hey, yeah, that's it, man. Thank you ever so much.
We're here to hold each other hand where people drag you to make sure you get up again. And that's the nature of the beast. That's the field we're in. So long you're out here, people will be skeptical and you can't beat yourself. You must keep discipline.
Yeah, just before you go,
Okay.
on the 30 seconds, as a Liberian woman, what do you stand for? Especially when it comes to seeing the change for Liberia. What are the things you stand for?
I stand for women rights, women empowerment, the ability to give us a place to stand so we can rule our own life and make our own decision. Even if it's given or not, we're going to take it. And this is where I'm out here. And that's where other women are joining me. We are going to take it because we believe that we have the same ability. If God made all of us, we have the same ability. When I sat in class for school, they did not give different tests to the men. The tests were equally rating. The math test was the same. The English test was the same. Every other literature was the same. So if I'm able to go and compete neck to neck to be able to, any other person can do it. So nothing is designed. If we say we are God's children, then we all have the ability.
Thank you.
So what we need for men like you and Ashford to support us in this endeavor, wherever we are not strong, maybe physically, that you can push us up, that will be there. But we need a balance of power in respect to women, because you can't advocate for me. You don't know what it's like to have period. I'm sorry, we might be vocal. Okay. I know what it's like to carry baby. You might hold my hand, but I know what I need as a woman, and other women knows. That said, congratulations, my brother Ashford. We come a long way. Those of you people who don't understand, over 30 some more years.
Exactly.
So we are not today's people.
Yeah.
Love you. Thank you, Shelton, for being a part of this platform. I think we are building something beautiful, and we're here to support you. Congratulations and happy birthday. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shutdown. Listen, give us a music, and then I think we would just come and wrap up and call this a night. You know, all the time.
I love Gucci Beats.
Mr. Papa,
The pleasure.
la woman can make top mellow sweet. Oh, Nabeji, my Nabeji, Nabeji. Oh, la woman can make top mellow fan. Oh, Nabeji, my Nabeji, Nabeji. Oh, my Nabeji, Nabeji. Son beji, Nabeji. Oh, my Nabeji. La woman can make top mellow sweet. Oh, Nabeji, my Nabeji, Nabeji. Oh, la woman can make top mellow complete. Oh, make it complete, complete, make it complete. Mix it, Papa. Music International.
Yeah, enter the party. Let's go.
We have a few minutes to open up the telephone lines to the people, so they can send birthday wishes to the giant and see what they have for their mind. So the number to call is 248-979-1718. Begin calling now, folks. I'm telling you, and I will restrict this to just 1 minute to a caller. 248-979-1718. Begin calling now.
When they do them plenty, now they stand the party can be.
La woman can make top mellow sweet. Oh, Nabeji, my Nabeji, Nabeji. Oh, la woman can make top mellow fun.
So, my man, what are we doing for the after party?
My man, we just received $400 from Canada. Mr. Hali Indole just sent $400 from Canada just for the upkeep of Bridge Radio Africa. Mr. Hali Indole, thank you so much. I got the information that we received. Thank you so much, my brother. May God continue to bless you. After the party is another party. Shutdown.
I would.
Call is 248-979-1718. Call in, send out your birthday shot, and tell us how you can help Bridge Radio Africa. This is not about men. We have people on the ground working with Bridge Radio Africa. We have to pay the radio stations in the southeast, in Monserrato, in Bakolo, in Bonn, in Nima, in Lofa.
And you're talking about state-of-the-art equipment. You know, that's important. Look at the ambience here tonight. Look at what this whole thing is about.
Thank you.
Nabeji, oh, my Nabeji, Nabeji, Son beji, Nabeji, oh, my Nabeji. I said I told you working for on planet Earth. Yeah, I said
We're on the line right now.
Yeah, Ashford, what's up, my man? Happy birthday.
Thank you,
Wish
brother.
you many more years to come, even though we stay trying to figure out whether you the big brother or I the big brother. But I wish you all. Wish you all the
listen,
best.
if you just turned 50 and I'm 52 years old, so who is the big brother?
But as for you know, only you know I just turned 50. I don't know who else knows that I turned 50.
Nah,
You know, but
the fact that you showed me in America 22 years ago when I came, that does not mean you're older than me. I mean, you might be older than me as it relates to the street, but my man, God said I'm older than you. I was born before you. So come on now.
all right. Well, I will try to give it to you in an open manner as a big brother to say happy birthday, and I wish you many more years to come.
Thank you. Orlando Chenoway, calling from Philadelphia. My brother, listen, we're doing this from our pocket, my man. And knowing you to be a giver, somebody who doesn't think before he does something. What do you have in store as a contribution to Bridge Radio Africa?
Conversation, you want to bring it back in the public again, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Orlando. Thank you, Orlando. Thank you. Good night. Okay, we have a 301 number. The last 4 digits 1955. Hello, tell us your name.
Hi, my name is God.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, you're live on the radio. Tell us your name, please.
Yeah, hello. I'm calling to wish the giant happy birthday and many more years to come.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we appreciate you. You know, this.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Please listen to the phone and not the receiver, please. If you listen to the receiver, there's a little delay if you listen to the receiver. Listen to the phone. My sister, they're listening to me, not the receiver, because it's a little delay.
Okay. Yes, I was just going to wish you happy birthday and many more years to come. Can we please play a birthday song for you tonight? Happy birthday song.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. God bless you. And thanks for thinking about Bridge Radio Africa. All right. God bless you.
Yeah, my mom just sent you a birthday present, $50.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your mother. What's the name of your mother?
My mom is crying like Polo. She loves you so much. She loves you so much. She's only 5 years old.
Wow. Okay. Tell her I love her too. Tell her she's my mother. And I am hoping to meet her one day. Okay?
Okay, I will. Thank you. And don't forget it.
Okay. Thank you so much. We have a 612 number. The last 4 digits. 2831. Hello. Tell us your name.
Hi, my name is Kanu Jala, Voices of Lawlazo.
Hey, Voices of Lawlazo. Big brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for what you've done and continue to do for Bridge Radio Africa. You know, we wouldn't be here without you. You know, just go ahead. In 3 minutes, tell us about what is on your mind tonight.
Well, my name is Jay Kanu Jala, the host of Voices of Lawlazo. And I appreciate your platform. It's great. It's good. And we Voices of Lawlazo collected a small thing for you, but we send that off camera, of the show. So happy birthday! And if my little brother, you're 52 years old, I'm older than you and settle. So continue the hard work and do what you can do.
I grew up in your head in Jonathan and Titan, so I know.
I know Jonathan and Plonko. Yeah, so I like what you do, and you're doing it for the Liberian people. You're great. Continue to carry it. I wish I could transform your voice to my voice, but I will practice hard.
Thank you,
You know, Shatter doing a good job there. We watch you all the time, and we appreciate everything. Go on your birthday, blast, enjoy yourself, and enjoy what you do. But Voices of Lawlazo will send a package to you. And
Voices of Lawlazo. Get winga now.
No.
Hey, I said, just before you go, growing up, we used to hear Sakle Poninge, Gila Poninge, Nanga Poninge. When they said Doluo, you get ready to run. What was they saying?
Yeah, because they wanted to spank you back. Not discipline.
Thank you, my brother. Good night.
Yeah.
And enjoy
Well,
the
continue
rest
your hard work, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome to invite me anytime.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Go.
Man, actually, man, listen. What's the hors d'oeuvre, man? What's the hors d'oeuvre?
Hey, listen.
What's the hors d'oeuvre?
The hors d'oeuvre?
Yeah, we gotta serve the hors d'oeuvre, man.
What country? Why man who grew up in the storm? Never cannot know about hors d'oeuvre. Eh? Don't gonna bring you when you go through. Don't gonna bring up your content here. Why Jonathan about hors d'oeuvre? Eh? I never have I went to Dugo Palo Hotel for the first time they say hors d'oeuvre.
So listen to the joke now. I was emceeing this wedding and the woman was there. Hold on,
we ain't got time.
No, hold on, man. What time they would bring the Odell?
Hold on, man. We got international call coming. We got this guy from Canada. Hello.
Hello.
You live on the radio, my brother.
Hi, Mr. Ashford GARLEY. Sharon, how are you doing?
The man is not Sharon. The man is Shelton.
No, he called it a Canadian way. It's the Canadian pronunciation. Shelton.
The guy on the line will go by almost 50 years.
Oh, but then you were in Dapper.
Never in Plonko or in Jalatan.
And that time you were in Dapper.
Him Sampi Pro. Diallo. My man, you got 2 minutes, man. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Thank you very much. I'm not going to be political today, but I want to send a big shout out to my boss, my big brother. I'll call him my little brother anyway, but Mr. Emmanuel Service, thank you today. I listened to you on the show. Come on, bro. Thank you. What you're fighting for, we stand with you. I know what you went through, and I feel your pain. Emmanuel Service, bro, you know I'm with you. I'm part of it, man. Lula, we got to go high. Okay? Mr. GARLEY.
Yes, sir.
Happy birthday. That's the first thing I can say to you. You know, I've known you almost 50 years or more than 50
My man,
years.
who grew up
I know you're 52, but you are older than me, so I can't know you more than 50 years.
Listen, now we play Mawa, we do our blade. You know, when you're doing blade, when they eat that's a bone to your small finger, my man. Oh, go do blade with that guy. That guy can play blade. Now that's my man.
But man, don't get my secret. You know, when you talk about that, you know you used to jump over board because you always came from the annex. You are jumping over board to get on main campus. You know that
you myself, may his soul rest in peace. Matthew Innes were all there. He taught me how. Matthew Innes, that mysteriously died. But there were us at Tottenham Hall. Even when the born in the final minister now. 712. The begin who was the passport director. The passport director running right now. We all came from the same area.
Andrew from Nash Street.
Andrew from Nash Street.
Andrew is my boy. Mr. GARLEY.
Yeah.
Your voice. I don't know how. You know, this voice have always been heard. This voice, when they say, oh, now you know me, God, I say, I know him long time. I ain't even know him now. Because when I met you, say the crocodile sweaty underwater.
Yeah.
Who we are? I can't ask that question. I will go poor and say, you know what I mean? That crocodile sweaty, because I ask for say, that's the voice of the microphone. Bro, I don't know how you doing it though. You know, you spent only 1 week in the Western world after leaving from Africa. Live with all dark and black. I don't know you are waiting for this your birthday to come for your lips to get pinky.
No. Liberia is the only country that giving God hard time. Liberia is the only country that giving God hard time. That's why when I left from Liberia, when I got to the kingdom, my complexion started changing. I said, what happened to my country? Hey, Joe, we are what we do to you. Joe, we are what we do to you. Pull me down.
My name, but brother, but before I go further to say what I want to say, but really, did you really somersault? That CDC in that you? I saw the photo to myself.
Hey, how long to explain yourself now? We die with it here, man.
I can you
I get to ask you, my brother. I get to ask you.
But we not talking, man. You out with 1 minute now. You're gonna tell the 5 minutes.
So if the brother can, my man, listen to the beginning of Canada. I get to count down to I get to cut my people. I say, brother, count down. But the thing, when I let that, was it true that you somersault there?
Thank you. And see, I ain't got no explanation again yet. Our time over now. Yeah, our time. Oh, we gotta go. Thank you, Shelton. Your parting comments.
So you ready to wrap this stuff up, right?
No, brother, we gotta go.
I know. Yeah, because we came for 2 hours. Well, actually, I guess the money finished, so we need to go. And our everything so say. But I thought it was a good show. We had some good guests tonight. You celebrated your life. You celebrated this moment. A lot of people, said some very good things. Some people called in with good comments. That speaks to your character and what you stand for and what you aspire to be. I will hope that you continue to be, that beacon of hope, that voice of wisdom, that voice of truth for the Liberian people. What we're doing here is not to be bashful, to any one particular person or to be arrogant or anything. We just want to, speak the truth. And we continue to say this. We don't hate anyone. Whatever we're doing here is primarily for the Liberian people. Because you just said something. Liberia is the only country giving God a hard time. And God can change anything. So if we Liberians are serious about it and turn from our wicked ways, He will hear us from heaven. Okay? He will hear us all the way from heaven and heal our land. So enjoy the rest of your night. We'll catch up tomorrow. We have some very, very pressing things to talk about. As a prelude, we'll be talking about the infrastructure, the iconic infrastructure of Liberia, where they stand in ruins and dilapidation. Thank you.
And folks, I'm afraid that's all the time we'll have to do with you tonight. I want to say a big thank you for what you've done and continue to do for Bridge Radio Africa. Listen, Liberia is the only country we have, and without you, we're nothing. Continue to support the platform. Support the people of Liberia. Support the good ones. Amen. Be Eliaku. Yeah, we play. Nisa po cricket paki or to dry ajuadi wapo. Mo Jimmy dry. One no mo zo ne one ye mad about to dry. Folks, listen. The medicine of the microphone, the golden voice of Liberia. The broadcast commissioner. When you see crawfish come from underneath the water and say the crocodile is sweating, don't say that lie. Trust no shadow in the dark. The heart of a man is never known until he rises. Because there's no second chance to make that first impression. Thank you for all your support. God bless you and good night.
Ejawa, baikla beyo, bakapeleo, manike itoyimo. Ale, baikla muyale, jewake kocheo, manike itoyimo. Yowa. Yeah, you are. How do you say? Guillaume. Chakou. Kevin. Ah, ouais, tout a changé. On a tout fait pour arranger. Ils ont tout fait pour gâter. Génération communion. Quelqu'un j'essaie de yawa mayo Jennifer. Dédé. Saint-Jean Junior. Et dans les béquilles enterrées, on est et à nous, je vais pas. Oh, alors, ton coup, je vais te cogner, pépé. Ah, les enfants de Bénin, Wani, Kéi, Yasuke, allez. Baya, les ouzos, ni la gozo, c'est pas possible. Et que oui, Diawama, dans la chemise équipée, veste, pantalon complet, avec la coque cirée, à Congo coiffé, on dit c'est moi le vrai gars.
Eh, aso c'est promio.
Elia. Un homme à terre, on est qu'à ce que tu fais dire ben mieux. Elle a vu tanti, fais-moi un bisou chéri. Ah, les enfants de Bénin, Waneke, Ikasuke. Bayable les ouzons et la gozo blé. C'est incroyable. Et quel mouillou à Wama, pas mini robe brodée. Tu peux flaquer ou à petit talon coupé. Et si ça bouge, oh, ça remue, mais ça bouge pas.
Eh, aso c'est promio.
Ça dérange. Lovely music. Oh, doucement. Pédagogamena, éducation de mieux. De respecter tout. À toi, éducation yabri. Toi qui as comme souhait. vie de Linda. Le respect est le trésor de la tradition. Lovely.
Beriaku. Yeah, you go play. Ego.
Dansez doucement.
Entendez ces combats. Entendez c'est quoi ça?
C'est quoi même oh? Nous on connaît pas oh. Essayons de penser oh. Caso c'est promis oh. Respectez un peu.
Entendez ces combats.
Respectez un peu oh.
Entendez c'est quoi ça? C'est quoi
même oh? Les bouts de mer. Si vous en comptez oh. Caso c'est promis oh. Respectez un peu.
Entendez ces combats.
Respectez un peu oh.
Entendez c'est quoi ça? C'est quoi?
Dansez doucement. On fait doucement. Doucement. Sans forcer.
Entendez ces combats.
Même les enfants s'énervent dans ce pays.
C'est combats. C'est combats. C'est quoi?
C'est comment même c'est vous demain. Si vous rencontrez oh. C'est promis oh.
Entendez ces combats.
Doucement.
C'est combats. C'est combats. C'est quoi?
Je savais, j'allais bosser. Tu t'énerves, tu t'en veux, c'est pas fini. La décision.
Macorizon 4. Yo pour qu'on croix rouge. À Boboté. Plateau, deux plateaux. Abidjan. Venez danser. Gatiseli avec sa production. Selon qui a personne n'a rien. Oh man.
Fais-nous couler le pétrole.
Yubeya, ta mal était les coups. En français de chez nous, on dira petit garçon, attrapez ton cœur.
Las Texas. Nanyua wa mema, nanyua wa meko. Eni kuinyo kanare, krikareo, kwane kamare tereku. Nanyua wa mema, nanyua wa meko. Eni barateka, tuboyiko, kwane kamare me. Oxygen. Creía mi yaculini, ecuebele, yuwei, rotavíame, mañana ya sema, azoria yo ir culebe. La vie n'est pas si facile que ça.
Yubeya, ta mal était les coups.
Un homme qui dort est un homme mort.
Petit garçon, attrapez ton cœur.
Et quelqu'un de puta mare, et il y a pas mal.
Jeune fille, oh, il faut lutter aussi.
Il faut lutter oh, pour faire des petits chéris.
Étudiants parents, faut serrer les dents.
You are the mare de recuna. Yassi, le grand commandant de Ghana.
And a big thank you to the godfather of Liberian politics, Mr. Emmanuel Yato, just visited the Kiasha. Hey man, thank you so much, big brother. We love you. Thank you for Liberia. Abu Bebeto Fofana, merci pour votre contribution. Venez danser. I love the microphone and I love to entertain my people. Any attempt at you to take the microphone from me, I will go after you. This is what I love. I have nothing else. I will never sell my soul to the devil, because without the microphone, what can I do? That your small change your get. That means you will come to try my people when you better mind. The same way George Weah can put her in trousers one leg at a time. The same way all the politicians can put on the trousers one leg at a time. We do the same. And that means we send myself to the devil. Every money is not good money. Listen, there's certain age you reach in life. Don't overlook yourself. Don't do that. They are not better than you. They are not important than you. If you don't value yourself, nobody will take you seriously. Continue to value yourself, folks. I'm telling you. Amen.
De Cynthia, de Divi, d'Esbar, chauffeur le coin, y'a au jus, chauffeur le coin, le coin, chauffeur le coin, le coin.
Susan St. James.
And folks, just so you know that this is the best birthday badge I've ever received in a long time. I just want to say a big thank you to all of you. Melvin P. Dix, Jack Marsh, River Says Pro, and the rest of all of you on here tonight. Vendel Campbell, Yumotro Kim, your thank you plenty. Your thank you. I can't pay you people. Amen. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, how you doing? This is ASHFORD GARLEY. You're live. This is ASHFORD got a birthday badge on Bridge Radio Africa, my brother. We're closing up. And you kept listen. I have to hear from you. What's up? What's on your mind?
Yes, I just called to say good afternoon from Australia and just to give you thumbs up for the great sacrifices you have been doing for the Liberian people. Yeah, highly appreciated. We just want to say thank you. We listen to you religiously in Australia also. And when they say, please keep up the good work.
You know, Australia is my next stop. I don't know which city you're in Australia, but by the time their COVID stuff goes away, I am coming to Australia, my brother. I'm told Australia is one of the beautiful countries on the face of earth.
You have any place in particular you're looking?
I don't even know. I don't even know the various cities. But I want to come to Australia, bro. Where we have our Liberian people, our Liberian brothers and sisters. I want to come there.
I'm in Brisbane. We have the friends of Henry Foster's and few members in Brisbane. Others are in Melbourne, other state. And come to Brisbane, which I'm in. We can lodge you for some time, take you to see the Great Gold Coast. Yeah, and make you feel at home. So just in case you want to just know that you have a friend, I think my number is showing on your screen.
Right. I will save your number. And thank you. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, so
thank you for taking the time to call.
Yeah, I'll be listening to you all the way from back Liberia on your own air, brother. So a long way.
Listen, I don't know. Listen, brother. I don't know. I don't know why I was depending on when I was in Liberia, but I was just led by the Spirit to do what I had to do. Listen.
Yeah.
Nobody went after me. And I'll be honest with the people. The people say, oh, Liberia, not safe. I will not sit here and lie on the radio station to the rest of the world. Nobody ran after me. Look, I was free. I went everywhere I had to go. Nobody pressured me. Nobody showed me any sign. But I'm telling you, just my own security, I had to just take precaution. I still, when to leave the street and when to go out. But if I tell you people were after me, I'll be lying. Nobody ran after me. I will not sit there and lie. I'll be very honest with you, bro. Yeah. But people are scared.
Yeah, so
people are scared in Liberia. But it's not like people going after you and all that kind of stuff. No, come on. No, nobody will after me, bro. And look, the country is rich. The country is beautiful, but you have people who are corrupt, people who never earned a dime before. They're all in power. Right. And these people, including the president, they all have to be investigated, audited. If they took the resources of the people of Liberia, we will seize those resources. And I will be surprised if George Weah does not go to jail. This man became president when the people say the both people giving us hard time. Anybody can come and take over the country. Look, George Weah is not my friend though. I don't care about George Weah. That's why when I went to Liberia, I didn't even give a damn to find George Weah or the people surrounding him. These guys, Sir Joseph and Thomas Father, that on a normal circumstances would be my husbands. That would go and our tendency, you go and give me water for drink. That the people in our country now, that these people try to make me low. I try to compromise. I actually the giant guy, somebody can compromise. Don't disrespect me, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I'm still asking Sir Joseph and Thomas to apologize to me. Listen, I cry, man. I can't listen to you. My flower can't end. Listen, I let flower base know my flower can't end. No. Sir Joseph and Thomas Fowler, if they don't come to apologize to me publicly, I will go after them every step of the way. But thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the night. Yeah. Somebody else to call in. Yeah. Hello, caller.
Yes, hello.
How you doing, ma'am? What is your name?
I'm good. My name is Mususeku Kanage.
Mrs. Gay, you live on the radio. Go ahead, make your point.
Oh, thank you so much, Ashford. I'm just calling to say happy birthday. I wish you many, many more years to come. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sister. Thank you.
And you look so young to be 52.
Oh, my sister. You know, other people drank milk, but we drank the. You know when you cook the rice and the water from the rice cross, right?
Yeah.
Especially when we're in a poor neighborhood. That's one thing that kept us going, you know, and we're blessed to be in the position. Yeah.
Thank God for you. Thank God. And I saw this young boy way back to LBS, and I heard this beautiful voice. And now sitting down looking at him on the television. Oh, I'm so grateful to God for you.
You mean Volcano Shelton, right?
No, I mean you.
Oh, me. Okay. Yeah. Not me, you know.
Thank God for you. Okay, bye. God bless you. Wish you many, many more years to come.
Thank you, sister. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. My people, your bow. Your good now. Hey, look, every good thing has to come to an end. Thank you so much. Respect. Flow. Gratitude avec sa production. Sogwe Jonathan Sogwe. Congratulations, my brother. Oh, you said there's still one call, so I will take the call. Lodi,
my man, happy birthday, man. Why you didn't call me to tell me earlier?
Oh, my man. This thing here, we made an announcement earlier, you know. I getting ready to go to sleep now.
Okay.
You know, but hey.
You get it there.
Eh?
I say you get it there. Happy birthday.
Thank you, my man.
And many more to come. Thank you very much.
Look, my man, I'm 52 years old, but I still feel that at 35, my man. I'm still kicking.
Okay.
I still
when you're 52, then you will get there one day.
This time now, you have to abuse it at 35. I ain't even do it. Yeah,
okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Florence Thierry Aliali, David et Linda. Le respect est le trésor de la tradition.
What the people said, they thought the program was made for. No, I say live. The people thought the program was made for 12 midnight. You want me to start the program? I'm going to start the program now. Why not do I see so? Why am I start the program? Yes, man. Listen, my birthday, you might not be stripping my birthday. I beg you. You might not be stripping my birthday. I want to listen, my birthday, you might not be stripping. I beg you. So what am I going to go? You got problem with it? Okay, let me end it.